Hey everybody, how we doing today? So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I make these guys. My weighted treble hooks, or the mullet snaggers. Now beyond just showing you how I do it, I'm going to give you some tips and tricks. So in case you're pouring your own using these nice do-it molds, I'll show you how to do it a little bit more efficiently, effectively, and create less mistakes. Also, if you're interested in my foundry system, if you go to my lead pouring playlist off of my main channel, it'll have the list of my different lead pouring videos, and you can check it out there. I show you all the different equipment I use, as well as the prices, as well as the cost for doing each of these, so you can check that out as well. So let's get going. I've got the lead melting here, and once that's done, we can start pouring. So today we're going to be making some 8/0 1.5 ounce. These are all do-it molds. And then I'm going to do a 5/0, which is a 1 ounce. And this is a 2/0, which I believe is like a 1/2 ounce. Although the snagging hooks are one of the easiest pours that you can do, there's still some problems that you can run into. Most of them revolve around this, basically kind of where it pours through the little gaps around the shaft of the hook. You get these little tailings here. Not a big deal. You can basically get some clippers, just nip them there and then just pull them off. Or you can just kind of bend them back and forth until they break off. Not really a big deal, but why not just have a clean pour and then you don't have to do any follow-up afterwards. The other issue that you can run into is you get basically the pancake effect, and that's if you are starting and stopping your pour. So especially if you're hand pouring, you might not have enough to fill the whole thing at once, and you fill it up, then you have to re-dip again, and then you get a kind of a separation, then you get another solid pour, then a separation, and so forth. So you kind of want a continuous pour to prevent that. But otherwise, we'll go over a few steps to show you how to prevent those problems. Now, there's 3 basic ways that we could try to prevent this bleed through here. One, like we talked about, we're going to reduce the heat so that we don't have it super liquid, super hot. So that cooler temp means it's going to solidify faster. 2, if you have a pouring system like this where you can kind of control the amount of flow, you can adjust that down so you don't have that huge burst of lead pouring through. And then 3rd will be the angle in which we hold our mold when we pour. And that is going to be to try to keep that nozzle from shooting lead directly into or towards the shank of the hook where those gaps are. Alright, the first step is to make sure you insert your treble hook in the right direction. Now, although it looks like a 3-way, it should be all the same. The thing you have to look at is the shank, the eye of the hook, to make sure that it is sitting evenly in this basically relief here. So if you just drop it in randomly, you can see how the eye of the hook is almost perpendicular. So when you close that, you're going to actually have problems of this shank not fitting flush into the mold. So then if you turn it another turn there, oops, go that way. Okay, you'll see again, it's on almost perpendicular again. So that's 2 different ways, 2 of the 3 ways that you can insert it improperly. Then if we do it one more time, boom, you can see how it sits flush. Okay, that's going to mean this shank is sitting in there fully. It's not going to be at an angle. And then when you shut it, okay, it's going to shut completely. You're going to have a kind of a little bit of a movement, know that it's in there evenly. And then when you pour, that gap is going to be as minimal as possible. Okay, so that's our first step. The second tip is to back down your heat. We don't want this lead to be super liquid because we still have that little bit of gaps that we have to deal with. We don't want that super hot lead to just flush through there. So if it's at a lower temperature, it's going to solidify faster and kind of plug that hole up faster. Okay, when we're pouring, there's a couple things we could do to prevent that bleed through. One is that we're going to do a quick shot right at the beginning and then let up. And what that's going to do is going to put some lead down towards the bottom and allow it to solidify and plug up that hole before we release the main volume. The second thing we're going to do is aim the nozzle so that it's hitting the side of the mold rather than directly over the gaps that we're trying to prevent. So let's give it a shot. One quick shot and then the full shot. There we go. All right, let's see how we did. There we go. Looks good. Came out clean. No bleed through. Perfect. Okay, and if you have any bleed throughs like these, you can actually just twist them off and they'll break off fairly easily. And you can use your hand and just bend it, or I've got these cutters, and then I'll just nip them right along the base. And there you go, nice and clean again. Okay, so that's how the All About the Bait snagging hooks are born. Bam! But anyways, thanks for watching. If you need some snagging hooks, check out www.allaboutthebait.com. Bye.